Here's Josh Gailing, who recently re-entered the game, and he puts it up and in. Knights now within 4. 8 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first half. 20-16 the score. Some substitutions for the Spartans include Austin Moutry, who just put up that 3-ball. Nothing doing for him, unfortunately. And there is also Deontay Newsome as Kickbush puts up another 3. And that one rattles in. Cam Kickbush getting lucky out there as the Knights pull within 1. And there's going to be a timeout on the floor from the Dubuque Spartans. And that's a 30-second timeout, so we are going to keep it right here. Knights were down by quite a bit, and it seemed like nothing was going well for them, and now they've stormed back to a 1-point deficit.
I think one of the biggest things is kind of a telltale sign, especially what it's been like at certain points during the year. It's been the bench for the Knights. It's been Kickbush, he's got 6. It's 2 points on that nice post move by Josh Gailing, and then 6 points for Jaron Sabis. That's been the reason they've gone on this quick 10-0 run that have come from the bench, and that's what they needed. The starters, especially over the last week, have not been holding their own. Jordan Cannon has 5 points today, but Nick Weber's scoreless. They haven't gotten anything really from Leonard Kaler or Ty Puccio or Nate Wasty. That's something you need to have as a deep bench, and that's something that Wartburg has that's kept them in this game so far.
Here's a Newsome now with the ball over to Moutry. Norris with it. And he'll step out of bounds, and the ball will go to the Knights. 8:06 left in the first half. Here's Kickbush with it, bringing the ball up, trying to give the Knights the lead eventually. Here's Pitts. Jaron Sabis with the ball now at the top of the key. Kicks it back over to Wasty. Wasty pump fakes. Here's Sabis once again. Over to Logan Pitts. Jaron Sabis 3-ball. That's good! Knights lead 22-20.
Again, how about this? 15 points of the Knights' 22 have come from freshmen. Actually, I take that back. 17 if you include the 2 from Josh Gailing as well.
Which, in that category, you kind of have to, because Josh Gailing is indeed a freshman. And the Knights have it once again. It's knocked away by Moutry, though. And Deontay Newsome has the ball now. There's Arthur on the outside. Here's number 30, Mitch Morrissey, now with it. Drives down. And it's an offensive foul against Morrissey, and that'll turn the ball back over to the Knights. 7 minutes, 12 seconds remaining. And half number 1, 22-20, the score in favor of the Knights. Here's Kickbush with it once again. Kicks it over to Pitts. Pitts kicks it down low to Gailing. Tries to get something going. Sounds like Morrissey is going to get called for a foul there. And that'll be his second foul in rapid succession. And that puts the Knights in the bonus, so Gailing will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
You know, it's been tough play down low from Josh Gailing. He's a third post off the bench, but he is no fear, even as a freshman, of going right at more experienced and sometimes even better players and holding his own both offensively and defensively for Wartburg.
Free throw's no good, and the effortless rebound, of course, goes to Andre Norris. 3-ball from Moutry is no good off the rim.
That
Rebounded
shot
by Pitts.
That shot was an absolute rainbow coming from his hands.
Just a little too strong on that one. Here's Wasty for 3. That one is also no good. About off the same spot as Moutry's was. And that one will go as a blocking foul against Pitts. He thought he was set for the charge, but unfortunately it was not the case for him, as Deontay Newsome will go to the line for 2. A few Knights lining up.
It looks like they're going to bring most of their starting lineup back into the game. And the biggest key is going to be, can they hold up this same run that the bench has put on? While players such as Nick Weber and Jordan Cannon were on the bench, you got a combined of 11 points from Jaron Sabis and Cam Kickbush. And obviously, Weber and Cannon have the same offensive capabilities. It's just whether or not they're going to be able to take advantage. and show the same offensive powers that those two have had this game.
Second shot is no good from Newsom. And here's the recently entered Weber with the ball now. Finds Cannon on the perimeter. Over to Wasty now. Wasty drives down a little bit. Gets it to Gailing. Here's Gailing. Kicks it back out to Wasty. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Weber now. Hands it to Wasty. Wasty over to Kalen for three. No good. Rebounded by Jake Weber. And there's number 1, Fred Calvert, who recently entered the game. He handed the ball off to Kane Arthur on that one. Arthur's shot was no good, but he was fouled, so we'll go to the line. And that'll be team foul number 10 on the half. So regardless of the foul from this point forward, Spartans are in the double bonus as the first of 2 from Arthur is good. Second shot, also good.
That gives the Spartans a lead back now, 23-22. And, you know, I can't say it enough. Wartburg needs to show their consistency right here. They've kind of lost a lot of faith from people of their play, especially on Saturday against Central. And they're going to need to show some offensive ability here. And they want to keep with the Spartan offense that has already shown they can go on a run against the starters from Wartburg.
Josh Gailing was fouled on that little exchange, and he'll head to the line for a 1-on-1. And that one will go against Deontay Newsom. That's foul number 2 on him. First shot from Gailing is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Norris. Seems like I've been saying that a lot. Rebounded by Norris. He's just showing off his presence so much out there tonight. Not necessarily on the offensive side, and here's Arthur. 3-ball no good. But on the defensive end, Andre Norris is just cleaning up on the rebound.
Last time these two teams played, he had 16 boards and a number of those on the offensive end as well as the defensive end. It was an absolute threat to always clean the glass from anywhere.
Wasty, deep 3-ball. That one's good from the sophomore. That gives the Knights the lead once again, 25-23. 4 minutes, 55 seconds left in the first. Here's Andre Norris, thinks about a 3. Kicks it out to Newsom. Here's Calvert now with it. And that'll go as a travel on his part. Turns the ball over. Back over to the Knights. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left in the first half. It's going to be a Knights timeout, and that's a full timeout, so we're going to take a quick 30 seconds and be back for more men's basketball action. You're watching the Iowa Conference matchup between the Dubuque Spartans and the Wartburg Knights here on Wartburg Night Vision, powered by Waverly Utilities. Welcome back on Night Vision here from Levick Arena. The score 25-23 in favor of Wartburg against the already clinched conference champions, the Dubuque Spartans. And this has been a crazy first half.
You know, looking at kind of another score around the conference, a lot of eyes have been looking at teams such as Central and Loris. Or not Central, but Loris and Buena Vista for the women's team. But it'll be Central is one of the big ones for the men's team. If they fall to the Loris Dewhawks here tonight and Wartburg's able to sneak out a win, that would move Wartburg into a first place, or excuse me, in sole possession of fourth place, as well as clinch a spot in the conference tournament.
Jordan Cannon lays it up and in after a sort of failed pass attempt down to Cliff Brown, but Cannon gets his hands on it and gets some points. 27-23 the score now. Here's Arthur with it. Now Weber over to Calvert. Back to Molis, back over to Fred Calvert. Here's Jake Mullis once again. Shoots it over to Arthur now. Back to Mullis. Mullis passes it down to Weber, and that'll go off of the foot of Jake Weber, and that'll go back to the Knights. And here's Gailing checking back into the game pretty quickly as he takes over for Cliff Brown. Knights on the floor include Nick Weber, who has the ball now, Leonard Kalin, Nate Wasty, Jordan Cannon, and Josh Gailing. So 4 of the 5 starters. Here's Weber with it now. Down to Gailing. Trying to find something. Nothing doing. Finds Weber, finally. And here's Gailing once again. And there's Kalin from deep 2. That hits the rim, but is no good and is rebounded by Norris. Here's Vogel, who took the place of Calvert off of that last timeout. Here's Weber now down low against Gailing. And his shot is up and no good. Here's Wasty, who grabbed the rebound on that last one. He'll bring it up and give it to Kalin. Kalin gets it over to Gailing. Gailing puts it up off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Norris. Here's Andre Norris with it now. Puts it up and no good for Norris, and that'll be knocked out of bounds by the Knights. That'll go as a foul, actually. And I believe they will credit that one to Nick Weber. So Jake Weber, off of the foul from Nick Weber, will be at the line for 2, and his first is good. Makes things a 1-possession game. 27-24 is the score now. Shot number 2 is up and also good. Substitution, Lucas Daniels comes in, 6'7" sophomore center from DeWitt, Iowa, Central Clinton High School. He adds some height out there. As I don't believe Andre Norris has exited the game yet. He still remains out there. So they will have 2 6'7" guys out there against this Knights team. Here's Weber with it now. Weber pulls up, no good. Rebounded by Alex Vogel, point guard for the Spartans, and he has it now. Vogel drives, puts it up, that one's good.
Nick Weber, after that miss, is now 0 of 5 on the game. It is yet to reach the scoring mark. Not something we're used to seeing from him.
Alex Vogel has an impressive drive on the other end and ties things up. And Cannon's shot is not going to be counted, but he'll head to the line for 2. And it looks like Cam Kickbush is lining up to take the place of Weber, as well as Mark Ellis is going to enter the game for the first time. And he'll take the place of Kalin.
Mark Ellis, an elite shooter off the bench for this team. One of 3 seniors that are in the Wartburg basketball program. Him, Logan Pitts, and Tyler Gosnell. Gosnell not on the travel roster, does not actually suit varsity, but is still a great member of the Wartburg family. And you know, Mark Ellis brings a lot to the table for this team. You know what you're going to get from Pitts as a great defensive player, and you know what Mark Ellis you're going to get as a great shooter. They may not be the type of players that can go out and completely dominate a game, but they do what it takes to help you win games.
Mark Ellis especially good from behind the three-point line.
Knocked down a couple of threes against Central on Saturday.
Speaking of threes, the 3 attempt from Andre Norris is up, and it's no good. Here's Cannon down low, and that's going to go in, and 1.
Jordan Cannon looking much better in this game than he did the last time these two teams played. Looking like he's ready to take over this game offensively.
Cannon in this last outing was held to only 8 points, which is fairly low for him, and he's already up to 12 with that make. 32-27, minute 50 left in the first half.